I recently made a video about a family with a pit bull who had started growling at the baby, and their solution was to try to have the baby give the dog treats and hoping that that would improve the dog's feeling about the baby. It didn't work. It didn't work well, and the dog began growling more. And when I talked about that in the video, I said that I would post another video about dogs getting food from babies and why that's not a good idea. So that's what this video is about. There are three reasons, probably more, but three primary reasons that it's not a good idea for children to give food to dogs. I mean, I'm talking about young children, toddlers. For one thing, if the dog is nervous about approaching the child, he can be coaxed past his comfort zone with food. And when that happens, it can really cause his nervousness and fear to escalate. I know some people think that if the dog approaches the baby and nothing bad happens, that the dog will learn that he doesn't need to be afraid. But fear doesn't really work that way, certainly not in dogs. And encouraging a dog to go closer to something than he's comfortable with can backfire and end up causing the dog to be even more fearful after that. A second reason is that with a very young child giving food to a dog, that can teach the child that it's okay to have food around dogs, it's okay to approach dogs, feed them, and so on. And that, again, is not a good idea. It's far better to teach your toddler to leave dogs alone when they're eating. That is a really important lesson for children. And if a child is encouraged to give treats to a dog, that same child may walk up to the dog when he's eating, and the dog could react protectively of his food. So, not safe. Third reason that it's better not to let toddlers give food to dogs is that the dog can then start to see the child as a source of food. And that may encourage the dog to perhaps go up to the child when the child is eating or has a cookie in his hand or something and try to take it from the child. And that's something that we don't want our dogs to do. One more tip regarding dogs and babies and food is to pick up the dog's food dish when he's through eating. Some dogs will be protective of their food dish even when it's empty. So it's a good idea for that reason to get it out of the way. The second thing is that even if you're feeding your dog kibble and you don't see anything left in the dish, stuff can build up over time and dogs can get sick too. So it's a good idea to wash the dish every day. So those are some tips about dogs and babies and food. So I hope that's helpful.